If I asked you how good or bad NFL teams perform that are playing their second road game in a row, you'd probably think it's a negative. And I recently did a video about how I always get frustrated with all these cappers who will bring up a stat or situation to make their pick sound better, but the numbers don't actually check out. I saw a couple people last week talk about how teams playing back-to-back road games is a negative. The numbers show the opposite, and actually those teams went 5-0 last week against the spread. Every team that was playing the second road game in a row covered the spread in week 2. Now, I thought about just using that angle for this video because there's another 3 teams that are playing their second road game in a row in week 3, but I have so many systems I want to use a different one. So I think I'm going to look at the winless team angle. In the NFL, being down 0-2 pretty much means you're screwed, but to go down 0-3, it marks the end of your season. In the last 40 years, I think there's been maybe 2 teams who have made the playoffs after starting 0-3, so it's basically do or die. So since 2015, these winless teams in week 3 or 4 only, 62% against the spread. 10 teams fit in week 3. The Dolphins were one of them. They already covered on Thursday, and a big reason why teams in this spot have been profitable is because the betting public wants nothing to do with these teams. I mean, just look at all the teams that match. But these ugly teams almost always have line value. I mean, sure, they deserve to be underdogs, but like I said in the Dolphins-Bills preview, Miami didn't deserve to be 13-point divisional underdogs, maybe 10 or 11 points. But when you have a bunch of teams, all with like a point or 2 attached to their point spread over a large sample size, those teams will win more. Eventually, these winless teams do give up hope, but in week 3 or 4, they still have the idea of maybe to turn it around. Now, if you find systems and historical trends like this interesting, I make them available to download for members of my Discord in what I call the Power Packet. It has a bunch of other helpful things for your game selection process too. The Discord's free to join. I do charge access for my picks and what I call the Power Packet. The invite link to join is in all my social media bios. Hope to see some of you in there. Until next time, good luck with your bets.